Okay, hello. We're here playing another game of online Heroscape against boromir96, and I am uh, basically going to be playing him. He's got knights. I got myself my my microcorp agent army. Yeah. Hopefully my sleep situation isn't going to hurt me, but yeah, we'll uh, we'll see how this all goes down with everything. But yeah, yeah, I am doing voice chat with Boromir, and I think I fixed my issue from last time around, and so hopefully everything goes fine. You're here, Boromir, right?
Yep.
All right, excellent. Okay, it looks like he's set up and placed. All right, time for me to do some things. Have you ever watched me play with a Hydra before?
Have not.
Okay, well, I feel like my wound box is fairly self-explanatory, but if you need a second, I understand.
Yeah. Now I remember that I have seen this before.
Okay, cool, because that's one of my favorite.
Think it
That's
was
one of my favorite
sent to
ways
the
to
collector.
track wounds for a Hydra. Okay, so I think I want to make sure that wherever I place Raylan, she can see the Valdeglyph. The Valdeglyph is important, and I want to put her right here. That kind of allows me. I don't know where exactly in this setup I want to be, but I want to be somewhere over here. We're gonna put the Hydra. Back a titch. I don't love placing all these troopers back there, but you know. He can't really get height advantage, so it's kind of okay to have them all kind of sitting here. And I think I want more rats up front because I want them to be as far forward as I can get. This map is going to be a bit tricky, but I think if I can just kind of wall off this area, I should be fine. But we'll see what happens. Because what I don't want is the Hydra to be inadvertently swarmed by a bunch of knights, which they might try and do, but if they try, there's this whole area over here that I'm just going to be pain for them. And yeah, it's not great. Actually, I think I'd rather have that. Because the rat can kind of just scurry on its way up here. Yeah, I think I'm okay with, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So if I want, I can go right here, but I'm probably going to go here, here. Here is super tempting because, but here makes it even harder to play shenanigans. So, okay, I think I'm placed.
All right.
If he wins initiative, he's pretty much, there's like no way that if I, unless he's going to place, if he places Raylan, then it's essentially whoever wins initiative gets the Valda glyph because he can get it in 2 moves and I can get it in on 2 moves as well. I think I just got to play the game of because if he wins initiative, yeah, he's unlikely to get rats and then I guess I can come up with something. All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
This first round is going to be interesting. Okay. Normally you kind of want to lose initiative, but I think here I actually want to win it. So that is where I'm going to put Raylan for right now. I probably don't. I can kind of afford to be less aggressive. I don't need to be super aggressive because he's got, he doesn't really have a lot of range. He's not using it early. Yeah, so he's bringing up knights and he's going to roll for the, he's going to roll for the thing. Ooh, that's really nice. I think you can actually grab Balda on turn 1. Yeah, well, I kind of expected that. 2, 3, no, he can't quite do it. You can get very close. His next order marker's on knights. The way that he's doing that, that's really interesting. Guess he's trying to move all his knights over so they're in Raylan's aura. But he's basically just ceding Valda to me. Am I doing that?
Done with this patch.
Sounds good. I suspect he's gonna try and slow roll me, but I mean he can do that, but that's why I think his next order marker is on Raylan. So move right there. 2, 6, move right there. Move right there. And 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It's going to take an insane thing to get to that rat, so I'm fine with that. Yep. Not sure where he's going. Oh, it's his knights. So he can theoretically grab Valda still. But what he's doing... Yeah, he can definitely grab Valda. But Order Marker 3 is probably knights as well, but I mean, I'm gonna just start amassing a giant army of Microcorp if you just sit back and let me do that. If he moves this front one here, that's when I will know he's planning on grabbing Valda. But if he just keeps moving them like this in the back here, then he has no intention of grabbing Valda.
Done with this patch.
Yeah, he has no way to grab Valda. He is planning on attacking down on my rats. 4v6, which is good. At least I think he's planning on attacking down with my rats. Okay, well, we're going to do Valda because Valda is huge. Now that's a 6 defense rat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. So I actually can move you here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can Raylan see that rat?
I would say no.
What if I do that?
I still don't think so. I think she's too close to the glacier that she's trying to look between the outcome.
Okay, but there I could see.
I don't think so. I mean, I know you can see through the gap in those glaciers, but with where Raylan's at, I feel like not at that angle.
Okay, sounds good. That might change some things I want to do.
Sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't quite get to there, but it's as good a spot as any. Not being able to really block this off is a bit of a pain, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I actually want to go right there. That kind of forces you to, if you want to come up here, you have to really work for it. It's on nights, but I'm not really sure what your plan is. It's arguable I should have put Raylan back here on this 2 spot, but oh well, too late to do that. And Gilbert's coming on up to play. I have a bunch of speedy micros next turn. Because even if he kills that rat, I have another one, and it's going to get 6 defense. So, well, if this one, probably that one is going to be not just invisible as well, but it's annoying. Like, I guess you're massing all your units, but you're really allowing me to build up a pod.
Done with this patch.
You're done? This next round is going to be interesting. Like, I don't know if he's going to. I don't know if he's going to try and make a push yet, but I'm definitely working on getting all my micros into position. He's just going to slow roll his army up. Okay, I can do that. All right. I need another order marker on rats. The rats are all kind of where I want them to be. Question.
Yes.
I'm assuming that rat is also one you're figuring isn't Railing can't see.
I would say no.
Is there any rotation I can do where Raylan would be able to see?
I don't think so.
Good to know, thanks. Frustrating, but I get it. Moving Raylan up one's not a terrible idea. Especially if he keeps slow rolling. Because I kind of do want to have that whole section there kind of cordoned off as needed, so. Bad Raylan placement is hurting me early on, but At the same time. I can probably put troopers there and be fine. It's likely to start his push. Put that on a marker on Raylan, then move her up one spot instead of back there like I should have. Oh. I don't think it actually hurts him because he's got a decent chance of having to move up Raylan to be in Aura, so. I'll threaten some rats. I don't love it, but I think I gotta do it. Okay, so he's got one marker on tomorrow. I don't love it, and it does mean that. Okay, so Raylan is having to move up. Where is Raylan moving to? Raylan's moving to there. Okay. It's probably as good a place as any. Would have been nice to have on the micros, but Zota marker X is probably on the Maro then. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's as good as any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have a shot at Raylan from there? Do you think I have a shot? Boromir, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm back.
Do you think I have a shot there?
I think that's probably good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Six for six.
Yeah, that was definitely, like,
Good shields
honestly,
though.
one wound is, for that turn, is probably pretty, pretty good. Ouch, that hurts. Marion's the only one on the range. Oh, I guess I get a shot at that knight, but honestly. Okay. We're gonna get our first attack down on a rat, I think. His order marker 3 is on Morrow. He played that very badly. So that means his order marker 3 is probably on Knights. Still letting me keep Valda. Reasonable. Going for the... I think I see what you're doing. Going for an initiative switch. At the very least, that's what I presume you're doing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I like that play. Papa drop you up there. Actually, no. I mean, there are worse spots. Okay. It's gonna be a heavy weapon. V6. 2v3 or 3v6? That's a great question. So which is, I think a 2v3 is a better hit, but I could. Mm. Mm. We're actually going to start here. Nope. And 2v6. All right, go. Yeah, I'm curious to see what he does here with the dispatch, like, because he actually can't see those people behind the mountain, or at least can't see this guy. Oh, that hurts again. Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yep. Going for the potential snipe the glyph from me. Ideally, I survive the 4v6, which has a decent chance of killing me, but if I don't, I can still probably scatter. Probably. Need to scatter there and there.
Ooh,
Ooh,
left
need
skulls all
a
around.
good roll. Oh, no. Okay, so it's dead, and I move there. It does free up this knight to come charging in. Honestly, I think I'm gonna drop down there, tempt you to come around the back way. I think if I have you coming around the back way, I'm actually happy with that. And let's go here to wall off that area. I think I'm pretty much all on troopers at this point, or at the very least until. Oh yeah. No, okay, I guess I'm fine. Sure. I want to threaten rats. So. Okay. All right, let's do this. One, two, three. 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'll pop up there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure, what the heck? Okay. Hmm. Okay. So that's a couple of 2d7s that are probably not going to go through, but honestly. Heavy weapon. With 8 dice, I think, actually. I think you get 8.
You are correct. Thank you. Didn't matter.
I can see that one, right?
Which trooper? There we go. Sure.
I'm not going to say that was an important initiative for me to win, but it was a very good one for me to win.
I'm a perfect 7 of 7 for skulls so far.
We are both rolling really hot dice.
Done with this patch.
I wonder if I need to bring up the Hydra at some point. Hydra would be pretty sweet behind all those rats too. I'd probably want to kill Raylan first. But yep, that's fine. You're out of the aura. By the way, it is worth noting you did provide me my loss last time in VCheese.
That is true. So I think I'm 1-1 against you all time.
Is it really just the online con and VCheese?
Those are the only ones I remember. Like I don't. We may have played like years ago. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Honestly, at this point, I think that's not super important to me. I think, well, I want one more turn of it. So I think I do need to move up some troopers fairly quickly, but a lot of my guys are in place, so it's not like that one's still back there a bit, but and there's the whole Raylan situation. Well, yeah. I only have 3.
Are you still scattering?
Yeah, I'm kind of debating my options.
Okay.
Not what I need to see. Would that be a legal shot?
I think so.
Heavy weapon. Your turn. Okay, so it's one of the knights. And we'll see where Depends on placing them.
Okay, done with this batch.
Oh my gosh, wow, rats, you are just sucking it up today. Hmm. This is kind of insane.
It is. I would have maybe wanted to save some of those 1 for 6 rolls for your Hydra. That's all right. You had a nice 20% for shields.
Yeah, that's not how you win games.
There they are.
Mm. Heavy weapon.
What are you doing, bro?
What
are you doing?
Playing
Playing what?
Heroscape.
Hey, Kevin. Hi. Your tail is wagging so much. Hi. Hi. Hey, buddy. Kevin. Kevin, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Go.
I feel like I need to bring in the Hydra. Just because, like, it'll probably cost me a couple of troopers, but I think Hydra kind of needs to come in and just destroy things. Because I need the troopers to hunt down the Mara warriors. That's at least helpful. Yep. I think I kind of need to go all in on Hydra nonsense right now. Grab the Magmar. Cool. I'm fine with that. Killed 2 knights and Raylan, and he's killed a bunch of rats and a micro. I'm rolling really hot with these things.
It's a lot of shields.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of the thing. I feel like I lose if a long game, like, yeah, I can kill some of my dudes, but Hydra right there, and Hydra can come out to play.
What? Come on. Upstairs.
Yeah, because it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Like, he can definitely go up and play some games with me on that, but ultimately, I think the key thing here is that he's trying to pull up a number of knights. But dead Raylan means that the Hydra can kind of go nuts. That knight is tricky. I do have to pay attention to him. Do I go where I want to go?
Dispatch.
It's all good. I figured it was on the knights. Got a bunch of sleepers, but you can't really get many good attacks against them. And those that you can, I'm not super concerned about. Okay, that's another trooper down. Yeah. Yep. It's a fairly intense game, and he's got a lot of troopers to still work through, but it's kind of the problem is that Gilbert kind of has to kill something to get in position. Well, I mean, I guess I can go there because that trooper died, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. If that one moves there, then I just walk around like that. Now Gilbert, of course, moves up like that. Yeah. Yep. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry, you get to roll for a leave engagement there.
Oh, I do? Oh, right. Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, what should I expect the damage to be on my Hydra? Half a wound. Okay, I can live with that. Actually, he's Not doing anything there that's gonna make it so that you can get there. You have to move one of your dudes up. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You can make it. Yeah.
Okay, done with this patch.
Doesn't that one have to take a leaving engage to get there?
Not if I go through Gilbert.
Right. Yes. Okay, that's a little bit worse. Really needed that one, but I really needed that trooper to live. I need big beefy Hydra rolls. I need your attack dice to abandon you. You don't get height.
Oh, you're right. Well, hmm.
I kind of can't win when that happens. I'm probably headed towards an early exit unless my dice luck really turns around or his doesn't or something like that. Because he's about to get 4 attacks on the Hydra, of which 3 will have height. So he's probably going to drop me down
Don't
to
dispatch.
2 attacks. But thankfully, that's my order marker 3, and I can easily move to the troopers next round. But yeah. Yep. I might want to save that one for later.
Oof.
Okay.
It's a nice 18 shields there. Jeez. Jeez.
Okay, I kind of need to really hope for an initiative here. Oh, I said that wrong. Oh, well. I should have attacked 1 on height because... Okay, so if you manage to successfully kill the Hydra on this... it's decently likely that you do that, so... I kind of need initiative here. Oh, shit.
Wow.
We're gonna get 3 more big hits in. But you're down to 8 knights, so. Oh no, sorry, you're down to 9 knights. If I survive this, I'll be in pretty good shape, but not amazing shape.
Okay, I'm done with this patch.
It actually wouldn't have mattered if I'd lost initiative because he can still do this. Yep. There's another one. Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Well, that really hurts. Yeah, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Like, yeah, I don't really like. Obviously, my Raylan placement was bad, and I probably shouldn't have been as risky with the Hydra as I did. But the truth is, like, I got the Hydra stuck in a bad spot. But like, 57% attack dice is kind of amazing to roll through. So. Mm. That Hydra placement was risky, but I felt
Done
like
with
I
this
kind of
patch.
needed to take that risk. So. I don't know. That's kind of the thing is that you're like, it's kind of bad no matter what I do. Should I have waited a turn? Arguably, but then you can just kind of set up here in this area. Like, I don't really know if that actually changed anything. I just really needed that initiative last round, this round. Like, I don't know how else to phrase it other than I just really needed that initiative because everything else had been going poorly for me, so why not that? Okay. Well, let's see how many more of his, my micros he kills, because, yeah. Veggie, though, has got to be loving this game, because, yeah, well, we'll see. That looks like I'm headed for an early exit. Again, unless like my luck kind of turns around, which it could. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 troopers. It's not great, but it's certainly winnable. I kind of need to kill all of them right here. Ouch. Should I have spent more time attacking the knights instead of Raylan? I don't know. Like, honestly, attacks of 2 and 3 are gonna not really ping through a bunch of 6 defense dice. So, like, seemed reasonable to try and kill Raylan as fast as possible, but such is the nature of things.
I'm not doing anything with dispatch this turn.
Okay, sounds good. You don't get height.
I have Gilbert.
That's right. No, it's better there. Yeah, I guess I'm done. I guess I'm done.
Okay. How did he get there? He can't move through engaged
Right, I
Fig.
forgot. Can't move through Raylan. Haha. Well, actually, then in that case, I actually want to move the rat there. Because I made that. I want to move the rat there because I made that assumption, knowing that the micro could move through Raylan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it actually changes anything because you didn't like attack or anything.
Sure.
Heavy weapon. This is kind of the stuff that I needed.
Which microcore is that? Okay. You can't attack if you're engaged with Gilbert. Yeah, correct.
You are correct. I forgot I was engaged to Gilbert. And I'm slipping. I think I want to. I think I kind of need one. Need to win this initiative. It's going to be really nice if I do. Hmm. Oh man, you're just getting all the rolls. Like there's. Yeah, I'll admit that there was definitely some play that should have, like, yeah, I don't know, like, but that's the same time, I don't know. I don't know if those plays, how badly they affected the game. Should I move to Hydra quick? I think if I put the Hydra back there, then he would just punch through this way and then set up something here, and I guess I would have had to, like, non-pass there. Could I have done that? Maybe, but
Done with this patch. Or hang on. Oh yeah, he came from there. We're good.
Now I'm down to 3. Cool. Yeah, just like what the hell? What am I supposed to like? How I
Jeez.
in a close game? How do I win this? Like, I just don't. That's the answer. I don't.
Oops, too many.
And he's probably just gonna finish me off here. Like literally, I just legitimately don't know. Like there's a couple things I could have done to play a bit differently, but like with how the game is looking right now, like I don't know how much they would have affected the thing. Like that's kind of the thing. Like maybe if the Hydra had been a little more
Leave
protected
engagement.
back in here in the start zone, but like coming and bringing him here, but he was gonna be able to just punch that way through there anyway, and yeah. I don't know. So one and done, I guess. Oh, yeah, I get a leaving engagement. Maybe with my without if I move Berylyn better, I get one more shot at Raylan. She dies sooner. Does that really help though? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like 6 knights and the Mara warriors left at this point. Like I certainly could see myself. I don't know. Like I said, I think there was definitely better plays. Or not better plays, but like plays that could have given me a better shot at winning. But at the same time, I don't really even know what those plays would be, because, or at least I don't know if those plays would make a difference. Because his defense dice have been garbage this game, which, well, not garbage, but just a bit below average. Might have been a bit above average, but no, man, he seemed to have gotten like all the rolls that he needed right when he needed them. such is the nature of this. Oh, I'm done. I don't want to scatter. You're up. Yep, he's going to be able to bring all these dudes up. Bring that one back there, and then that way you've got. I think we can call it here. Like,
Okay.
those two rats are not going to finish everything off. Like, I'm.
It would be an uphill battle.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, like this was, you played it really well. You got the dice rolls you needed when you needed them, and I think that I definitely should have had a better early Raylan placement, and I think my Hydra placement initially was a bit risky. Problem was I kind of needed a risky play at that point, and it almost worked out for me.
Yeah, no, I was really hoping that I could get your Hydra there, and then like initially I didn't get hardly any hits on
so
it.
my other thought process would have been to put the Hydra back here, but even then I feel like you can still kind of punch through my front line and attack me back there. It would have cost me a turn that I couldn't have done things, but you already had, but then I wouldn't have been able to.
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, sorry. So I could have put the Hydra back here, but then you would have probably burst through my front line. Like, I couldn't attack your knights that were sitting up there or Gilbert from this position. So I'd basically.
Right, the Hydra wouldn't have been doing anything there.
Hydra wouldn't have done anything, and then you can kind of just slow roll yourself up and then just pound your way through here. And there's not really any good spots for me to do that. So it's kind of like, but had I won initiative on that round, I could have basically brought the Hydra up onto this ground here and just started eating you. Like, I think I could have brought the Hydra even to right here. Like, I think I had it.
Yeah, I mean, that whole Hydra sequence could have gone either way. If you had won that one initiative, you could have hopped them up on the 2x.
So yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I just kind of am like, apart from the risky Hydra play and then the poor initial Raylan placement, or at least not poor, suboptimal, that forced me to kind of move her again. But then since you were kind of just huddling in your starts on it, kind of was.
Yeah, like, I mean, you had plenty of time.
So I still had the time to do it. But I mean, the question then is, do I have another opportunity to essentially hit Raylan maybe one or two turns, maybe one turn earlier? Maybe. But I mean, does that really change anything? I don't know. It just have been one hit, or maybe two or three, but it took Raylan a long time to die. And even once Raylan died, it wasn't like I was killing your knights super fast. So, like...
No, that 2 attack,
I needed to get a bunch of height attacks, which I could definitely do. But it also hurt that you killed a lot of my rats super early. Because then you were able to force your way up through here. And so that was kind of... You being able to kill my rats early, me not being able to do much with the Hydra, or at least not nearly enough with the Hydra, and the initial Raylan placement. Like, those are the things that decided the game. Like, I'm not going to say that dice was the only factor, but this was a close game, and the dice were slightly better for you, which is usually enough to tip it, assuming all things equal.
Right.
And you also, I think, won a lot more initiatives than I won.
I think, like, if you look at the stats, the dice are pretty close, but like I think the initiative rolls were really the big.
So yeah,
I
the
got the
initiative
ones that I
rolls,
needed.
and you also got a number of attack rolls when you needed them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm a
I was
little
really
annoyed at my initial
wondering.
Raylan placement, most because I thought Raylan could see through that little
I mean, it's so hard to tell,
space there, but so like, yeah, that's really the only thing that might be a bit questionable. I feel like as far as like a bad move, the Hydra move was
Mhm.
risky, but it was kind of like at that point I kind of need to play the Hydra because I can't. A Hydra versus Mara Warriors endgame is just bad for me.
No, that's not going to do anything.
And at this point, you've already got stuff. I've got my micros in a good position, so like, yeah, you can start attacking them, but there's a good chance that I only lose like a couple. And honestly, I did only lose a couple when you were um, attacking my position while I was getting the Hydra set up. So it was kind of,
Mhm.
yeah, it was just real tricky on getting everything in the right spots. But yeah,
Yeah.
those early rat,
I
because
do.
yeah, if you don't kill those early rat movements, then I can kind of create more of a line and make it a lot harder for your knights to come in and attack the Hydra.
I got a couple good rolls, or you had a couple bad rolls on defense
Yeah,
early
so it
on.
was just kind of, it was just kind of like what can you do? Like, and honestly, at
Yeah,
one point
and
I was just like, yeah, Valdo's no more useful to me. So I was kind of, I just ceded it to you, which is not
right.
ideal, but at that point I had myself pretty well set up and didn't really need 7 move microcorp. Because I wasn't really going to be kiting. I was going to be just shooting behind things. It might have been nice
hmm
to have an 8-move Hydra, but I didn't know that I was going to need to bring the Hydra out that early. And
Right.
even
Yeah.
then,
I wonder what that would have looked like, but
you were still hitting my you were still hitting the guy on the glyph really easily. And so I don't know if
yeah,
like,
I threw Gilbert down there just hoping that
yeah.
either I'd
Well,
get
I
the
mean,
attack
Gilbert,
5 every
yeah,
turn
you
or
killed
you'd
like
have
my
to
first
seed
3
it.
rats to sit on that glyph first hit. And 3v6 is gonna do
I mean, nothing. It's supposed to do nothing.
3v6 is supposed to deal 1 wound roughly 24% of the time, 25% of the time.
Okay.
So yeah,
1 to 4.
like you got those super early rat kills that were just huge. So it's like,
Mhm.
well, I guess 4. You had a couple of 4 attacks and 4 attacks
Yeah.
and 6.
One was down with the knight, and I think one was even down with knight and Gilbert,
So
or boosted
4
by
attack on
Gilbert.
6 is 38%, and 5 attack on 6 is 5 attack on 6. You got about a 50-50 chance of killing
hmm
it. But still, that's you kind of like, yeah. I mean, admittedly, my early attack rolls on Raylan, um, I definitely rolled really well on attack in the early going, but then you started to roll terribly on defense. Sorry, no, you actually rolled decently on defense. You
I
didn't
was
start
rolling
rolling
well on
terribly on
defense at the
defense
start.
until like later.
hmm
So yeah, I
I
mean,
was really wondering if I should have led with Mara Warriors and tried to ping Raylan down a little bit.
no, but I do think that you kind of let me set up my stuff too easily. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what I could have done about it. Like, running knights out there is not a good play.
that's fair, but I mean, it's also at the same time, you're like, I feel like you kind of do need to bust up my pod, and you were able to do that, but you were able to do that because you managed to kill my rats so quickly.
Yeah.
And it worked, but I don't know if that's necessarily the best strategy. At the same time, like, I don't think it was a bad strategy. If you just send Mara Warriors out, I'm actually kind of happy about that because then I'm just kind of shooting your dudes, and I'm fine with that as the thing because then I basically get to have like the whole board to myself. Like, yeah, the
hmm
Mara Warriors can do some things, but
Yeah, I
you're only
felt
gonna
like it
have
would
2
really
attacks.
mess with development if I did that, and I didn't think that that would be the best.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
mean, there's a
basically
chance
I
they could
think
have killed Raylan.
you
I don't know.
definitely well the other thing that I noticed with your slow roll was you didn't slow roll. If you were gonna slow roll, you really needed to slow roll, and you did kind of engage me just a bit quicker, but also at the same time, I think, yeah, I don't know, I think you kind of engaged me a bit too quickly.
Yeah, I think I maybe pushed Raylan a little too far forward too
Yeah,
early,
so
and
honestly,
then I was like, oh man,
so it
she's not
could
gonna
have
last
turned
long
out
there.
poorly for you. It didn't. But that's how this game goes sometimes. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
I think most of the plays that I made, I felt good about, or at the very least, I felt like it was the play that I needed to make, with the exception of that
Hmm.
initial Raylan placement. And like I said, it would have probably been safer to move the Hydra back behind my start zone, but I don't know if that actually helps me or not, because I don't know
Yeah,
how.
I mean, like with the amount of microcore and even a couple rats there, like it would have been turns before the Hydra could do anything.
Yeah, so it was kind of like really, yeah, I kind of needed to have the Hydra come in, punch a bunch of your knights, and then move up into like that 2 space area there.
Hmm.
And since I wasn't able to do that, yeah, I mean, although I will say, actually, when I had my setup, and I was rolling for that initiative thing, I actually killed the wrong knight. I should have killed the one that was sitting right here, not the one on the shadow, because the one in the shadow had the rat there and could disengage. That was one that I saw as soon as I like did it. I'm like, oh, that was the wrong
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
So still though, good game.
yeah. It was a lot of
You
fun.
apparently I just need to not fight you. Like last time you had a good army to fight me with, and this one I think it's like a 50-50, like it can go either
Mhm.
way sort of thing.
Was it round one last time too?
No, it was round 3.
Okay, okay, it was much later
It was
then.
round 3. I actually beat a knight army by basically camping in my start zone, but that knight army was when I didn't have rats and when I didn't have and all he was just playing pure knights, so
Hmm.
I could kind of afford to sit back and just shoot at him. It was
Right.
also on a lava map, so I couldn't really. There was no real good place for me to set up that wasn't my start zone.
Hmm.
So like yeah, and um, yeah, it's just one of those things where enough things went wrong for me early that I tried to play catch up and couldn't. And the plays I made didn't quite work out for me. It happens
Hmm.
sometimes. Like I think there's definitely some plays I could have made a little bit better, but ultimately I don't even know if those plays, if I'd made them, would have changed the outcome.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I definitely want to learn from these and do better, but I also don't know if for this particular game it would have changed the outcome.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I still like the army that I brought, and I think it could have been really successful, especially if I
I
could
mean,
do.
it's like Microcore's biggest thing is that you're throwing one attack of 4 per turn,
Yeah.
so the Hydra kind of gives them that little extra
So the
punch in
Hydra is
theory.
there for like dragons, anything
Right.
that's like anything. So the micro, yeah, and the rats are there for armies like yours, where they can just kind of gum up the works.
Hmm.
So like I could have done it and doing just fine, but yeah, that happens sometimes. Well, it was good playing you. Best of luck in the rest of the tournament. I will catch you around.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks everyone that showed up for the stream.